940 Miami.
Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill facing domestic violence allegations from his estranged wife, Keita Vaccaro. TMZ reporting Vaccaro accuses Hill of 8 separate incidents. Hill hasn't been criminally charged. His legal team describes the accusations as a, quote, shakedown intended to tarnish his reputation. The Dolphins, already thin on the offensive line and secondary, dealing with a pair of significant injuries to starters. Head coach Mike McDaniel says right guard James Daniels and cornerback Storm Duck out for this week's matchup against the Patriots. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff Sunday from Hard Rock Stadium, the Fins home opener, which you can hear on News Radio 610 WIOD. The Marlins back at Lone Depot after being hammered by the Nats last night, 15-7 in the series opener. It's a 6:41 pitch. Steven Strom will get you started with Marlins on deck beginning at 6 o'clock. And week 3 of the college football season is here. Florida, 1-1. They visit 4th-ranked LSU on Saturday night. That's a 7:30 kickoff. Our coverage gets underway at 4:30. Elsewhere, number 6 Miami hosts 23rd-ranked South Florida. That game kicks off at 4:30. I'm Will Altoff, Fox Sports 940 Miami.
From Fox Sports 940, Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Number 1 on your car radio preset and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. WINCA in Miami. WMIB FM HD2 Fort Lauderdale. Free never sounded so good.
1-1. He might have hit one out of the ballpark there. Out to right and deep. Second deck. He squared the bunt 2 pitches ago. And Kyle Stowers rips number 16 into the seats. Tied at 1, bottom 2.
Miami Marlins baseball is on deck.
Pitch to Connor Norby. He drills out to right center and deep. Frelick back. Track wall. It is gone. Connor Norby. He's getting right. 1-1 pitch. That one hammered out to left center field and deep. Martian Rojas back. They're looking up, and it's gone. Wag attack. A 2-run homer.
Marlins on deck. Brought to you by ADT, the official smart security partner of the Miami Marlins and Norwegian Cruise Line. Experience more at sea. Let's head out to the ballpark. Here's your host, Steven Strong.
All right, sensational job, Ahmed. Welcome. We're live from Lone Depot Park in Miami on another humid, rainy, and dare I say sticky 82-degree Tuesday night. But thank goodness we are inside the comfort of the AC. In the broadcast booth, you're listening to Miami Marlins baseball on the radio, Fox Sports 940 Miami. Game 145 of 162. We got 18 games left. And with the Nationals' victory last night, the Washington Nationals tied the season series with Miami. Both teams are 5-5 against each other in 2025, which means in order for the Fish to win the season series for the 4th time in 5 years, tonight is a pivotal one to get a leg up and create a little bit of a cushion. It's game 2 of this 4-game NLE set between the 59-84 Washington Nationals and your 66-78 Miami Marlins. Mitchell Parker, he'll make his 4th start against Miami this season, and the final one against the Fish. 25-year-old Southpaw will take on Adam Major, 24-year-old right-hander. Clayton McCullough will give him the ball, and Major will make his 5th start this season. We will get going, per usual, at 6:40 right here on the Marlins Radio Network. Hi, everyone. Thanks for making Marlins on Deck a part of your Tuesday night with Jack McMullen and Rod Allen. I'm Steven Strom. We do have a wonderful program ahead. We will go the distance, and as always, we thank you for your participation. We'll hear from Adam Major ahead of his start. Victor Mesa Jr., I know yesterday was tough for the Miami Marlins, who lost to D.C. last night, but Victor Mesa Jr. on his birthday, now 24 years old, hit his first career home run. We'll get to hear from him in segment 2. We'll get you at the count with 2 pitchers on the mound. Jack and Rod will discuss some storylines that I've cultivated. Expo question today at Marlins Radio and Steve's guarantee to victory. Adam Major, he did speak ahead of his start yesterday, and he was talking about what the differences are facing the team for a second time in a week, plus what pitch he's feeling particularly good about as far as developing.
The first one went well, it was just a little bit shorter, but was able to give a chance to the team to win. And then the last one just kind of ran into some lucky hits and just kind of battled through it, but looking forward to going back out there again tomorrow and trying to give a shot to win.
Having an opportunity to square up against the same lineup for the second time in about a week, what type of advantage does that give you as a pitcher, or what disadvantages are there?
I'd say both. Like, I know what worked last time doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work this time, but also, I learned some things about kind of the lineup and how they're approaching their ABs and stuff, and so going into it next time I have more of an idea of how they're going to attack me, and I can kind of counter it.
And so for you, what does that entail?
I think that, and then just locating better. They're swinging more probably because the pitches are a little bit more hittable, and so if you just kind of get those more towards the edges, you're going to be able to go further into the game.
And what are your goals going into this start and through the rest of the year now that we're here in September?
Just trying to have quality starts and give us a shot to win every time I take the mound.
What have you really been focusing on, working on for this start here?
Just kind of fine-tuning things, working on the changeup again, working on both sliders, working on the fastball, just trying to be more in the zone but also kind of out of the middle of the zone, so kind of more fine-tuning the command of the arsenals.
As you do all of that, which of your pitches would you say is the one that maybe you feel the most confident in that earlier in the year that might not have been the case? Which pitch has kind of grown the most for you throughout the year?
I'd say my fastball. I've learned to trust it more this year. Kind of to start the year, I wasn't too sure of it, and then kind of as I've made changes, it's really kind of gotten back to what I was used to. So it's been nice to kind of go back to really trusting that pitch.
What do you like about that pitch?
Just the vert movement of it. It's getting a lot more ride on it, so it's nice to use, but also the command feels like it's a lot better than where it was early in the year, and so being able to go bottom of the zone, top of the zone, in and out, and just kind of keeping the hitters off balance with it.
Well, I'll say this. That was Adam Major again ahead of his start tonight against the Washington Nationals. These are imperative reps for him. Major is in a little bit of a no man's land, I would say, for the Miami Marlins because they've got Yuri Perez, they've got Ryan Weathers, who will come back and start on Thursday, Edward Cabrera, Max Meyer. And then you look at the minor leagues, you look at Robbie Snelling, you look at a guy like Thomas White, you look at even someone in Braxton Garrett who's been out this year. Where does Adam Major fit in this puzzle? Is he a guy that's going to be a fifth starter? Is he a guy that Clayton McCullough could potentially see in the bullpen? Regardless, Adam Major so far, 15 2/3 of 5 ERA. He knows he wants to lower that, and this is another good opportunity. I know the record is what it is, but for a lot of these guys, including who we're going to talk to in the next segment, Victor Mesa Jr., these are crucial reps to show this coaching staff that they are willing to give them a chance in 2026 to make this team and, have an impact at this level. We will break. We'll hear from Victor Mesa Jr. Congratulations to him. He hit his first career home run against the Southpaw. We'll get Victor Mesa's reaction, the story behind, this was an interesting situation a couple days ago at Lone Depot Park when there was a home run hit. It was a lot easier with the fan who caught the ball, and actually Dylan Cruz threw it back up to the fan. The fan met Victor Mesa Jr. We'll get that story. He's out of the lineup tonight, but Victor is an incredible person and a great interview, so he will join us next. We're playing baseball at 6:40. It's Game 2. It is Mitchell Parker and Adam Major on the Marlins Radio Network.
Marcy's 10th stolen base in 12 attempts. Augustine's 12th in 15 attempts. And Otto drills a ball out to left and deep. That thing is gone. Onto the concourse. Otto Lopez drills a baseball. And it's a 3-run shot. Number 13 on the year for Lopez. And they open scoring quickly. 3-0 Fish, bottom one. Signed and came over last year. 2-2. That one lined up the gut on one hop. That's through and in for a base hit. Another run going to come in and score. Hernandez coming home to throw up the third base line. It gets back to the backstop. Johnston will push second to third, and Acosta follows him to second. It's an RBI knock for Maximo, and a throwing error will push the other two up 90 feet. It's 4-0. You got runners at second and third with two men gone at the bottom.
What they needed to do when they got a runner on third, and that was get him in.
First pitch to Heriberto Hernandez, a ground ball through the right side. That's a base hit. Runner comes in to score. Hicks wheels around, goes first to third. And that's an RBI knock for Burt to run this game even. Edwards the batter, Marcy on deck. And with one away, the 1-2. That one a ground ball that's up the gut and through for a base hit. They're going to send Mesa, who will score from second base. And Xavier Edwards, that has to feel good. An RBI knock. He makes it 8-2 Nats in the bottom of the fifth. 0-1. That one drilled high in the air. Right field and deep. That is gone. Second deck for the first major league home run for Victor Mesa Jr.
your first home easier and more affordable. No matter where you are on your home ownership journey, round the corner to loandepot.com and let us help get you home. That's loandepot.com. We're on deck ready to hit it out of the home ownership park for you. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLC ID number 174475. Victor Mesa Jr. joins Marlins on deck now. Steven Strom, congratulations. What was it like to hit a home run on your birthday? And tell me who was in the crowd yesterday.
Yesterday was my wife and a couple of friends in here. My dad stay at home because they get a little bit pressure in here, you know. So they don't want to cheer me that. It's something that I don't really care or see because, you know, when I'm in here playing, I don't focus on the stands or whatever. I'm focused on the game. But, you know, it was pretty cool, something that not even in my dream was to do that, even like the first one. And it felt bad because, you know, like we lost at the end of the day. But personally, it was something that I feel pretty proud, you know, something that since the beginning of the year was a little like a tough year for me because of the injuries and all of that. Now I come back and kind of like performance, trying to help the team to win. It feels pretty cool, and you know, but I already forget. Today is already the 9th, and we're looking for a win. That's the most important. Try to help the team as much as I can.
We will move on, but I still want to talk about yesterday, if you don't mind. You hit it against a lefty. What does that say about your swing to do it against a southpaw?
Thank God I feel pretty good against both righty lefties. Obviously, the team like righty against lefties and the opposite. And I use righty from whatever, you know what I mean? Even if I don't hit them that much, I'm on there in my machine, be working in it. I always have the trust in myself to hit against them. Even I'm a guy that always push myself as much as I can because I know the talent that I have and how hard I work to be here. So, you know, it doesn't matter if it's a righty or lefty, I'll be ready to whenever the team need me.
Victor Mesa Jr. with us now on Marlins on deck. Did you meet the fan that caught the ball yesterday?
Yes, I saw the ball. To be honest, I saw the ball hit the second deck, but after that, I didn't know where it went, but I saw after that, I saw that Dylan Crew throw to a fan, and then it was almost not that much fans here. It was about weather. But I went straight to the fan and said, hey, the ball, I want the ball. He said, yeah, I give it to you. And after that, it was pretty nice because it was his daughter's birthday too. So I give him a bat, and I appreciate him for giving me the ball. That was pretty cool.
Okay, again, happy belated birthday. Last one for you. We'll talk about today. What has been the biggest difference for you up here the second time around?
This time I feel that I already know what I gonna see, what I gonna play against to. You know, obviously it's the biggest level that you could play, and I feel that I've been working my whole life for this, but I've been right now more calm and knowing, you know what I mean? I come this time knowing the player that I am. It's always know that, but you know what I mean? Now I take it more calm. Doesn't matter like the time that I be here. A month, a year, 10 years, 3 days, whatever. I'm here to play the game that I feel that I could do because I feel that that's the best way to help the team to win.
Did you watch Messi's last game in Argentina a couple days ago or no?
Of course I did.
2 goals. Really nice. All right, Victor, thank you very much. We'll break here. We'll get you ahead of the count. 6:40 first pitch, game 2 coming your way on the Marlins Radio Network.
Marcy's 10th stolen base in 12 attempts. Augustine's 12th in 15 attempts. And Otto drills a ball out to left and deep. That thing is gone. Onto the concourse. Otto Lopez drills a baseball, and it's a 3-run shot. Number 13 on the year for Lopez, and they open scoring quickly. 3-0 Fish, bottom 1. Signed and came over last year. 2-2. That one lined up the gut on one hop. That's through and in for a base hit. Another run going to come in and score. Hernandez coming home to throw up the third base line. It gets back to the backstop. Johnston will push second to third, and Acosta follows him to second. It's an RBI knock for Maximo. and a throwing error will push the other two up 90 feet. It's 4-0. You got runners at second and third with two men gone in the bottom.
What they needed to do when they got a runner on third, and that was get him in.
First pitch to Heriberto Hernandez, a ground ball through the right side. That's a base hit. Runner comes in to score. Hicks wheels around, goes first to third. And that's an RBI knock for Burt to run this game even. Edwards the batter, Marcy on deck. And with one away, the 1-2. Having a ground ball that's up the gut and through for a base hit. They're going to send Mesa, who will score from second base. And Xavier Edwards, that has to feel good. An RBI knock. He makes it 8-2 Nats in the bottom of the fifth. 0-1. That one drilled high in the air. Right field and deep. That is gone. Second deck for the first Major League home run for Victor Mesa Jr.
On Robinhood, trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.
Hey, this is Derek Hill, and you're listening to Marlins On Deck with Steven Strom on the Marlins Radio Network.
0-1. That one drilled high in the air. Right field and deep. That is gone. Second deck for the first Major League home run for Victor Mesa Jr.
All right, Victor Mesa Jr., we heard from him in segment 2. First Marlins player and 7th player in the wild card era. That is 1995 to hit their first career home run on their birthday. He's also the 15th Marlin to hit a home run on their birthday and the second this season. Matt Mervis on April 16th against the Arizona Diamondbacks. He hit a home run on his birthday as well. Congratulations to Victor Mesa Jr. He is not in the lineup, and a big reason why, we got a southpaw that will go opposite. Mitchell Parker, again, welcome into Marlins on Deck. Steven Strom, Jack McMullen, Rod Allen, Fox Sports 940 Miami. Let's get you at the count. We'll start here with Parker, 25-year-old southpaw, who will tie a career high today in starts at 29. He made 29 last year. 7-15, a 5.87 ERA, 145 and 2/3 innings pitched this season, 98 Ks to 54 walks. He did come away with a no decision on Wednesday against the Fish. It was in D.C., though. He gave up 4 runs, 2 of them earned on 7 hits, a walk over 4 2/3, 4 Ks. It was a slow start for the Marlins offense. They didn't get their first hit until the 4th inning. But for Parker, he's searching for his first victory. The last time this cat won a game, July 26th. July 26th, the last time Mitchell Parker was in the win column when he started. 3 starts against Miami this year, 0-1, a 7.07 ERA, 14 combined frames. He'll throw a 4-seamer, a curveball, a slider, and a split finger. Parker will go opposite. Adam Major, 24-year-old right-hander, again, who will make another start tonight. His 5th of 2025, 0-2, a 5.74 ERA over 15 2/3 innings pitched. It's his second time against the Washington Nationals. And again, I mentioned this in segment 1. These are just imperative reps to Major. We know who's up here with the big league team. Sandy, Yuri, Weathers, Cabby, Max Meyer when he comes back healthy. But in AAA right now, you got to look at Robbie Snelling. You got to look at Thomas White. You got to look at Braxton Garrett, who hasn't pitched this year. This is an important stretch for Adam Major to show the organization, okay, here's where I'm at, and here's where I think I can impact the organization for 2026. He did face Washington on Tuesday. 6 innings, 10 hits, 5 runs, 5 Ks. Here was Clayton McCullough on what's key for Major tonight against the Nats.
With Adam, it's just continuing for him as he gets his feet wet here at the major league level to trust in the stuff that he has, and I mean, just try to do when you get the count in your favor, do a better job of putting some guys away. And I think that's just something that as you keep going and navigate yourself through it, how to get through innings, pitch yourself out of jams, put your foot down when you need to, or just all things that you learn. And the only way you can is going out there and pitching.
All right, so a couple of things here on Adam Major. Against lefties, struggled. Lefties are hitting .306 with a .906 OPS. The first 5 hitters in this lineup for Miguel Cairo's lineup is 5 lefties. Against right this year, Adam Major, opponents hitting .250 with a .625 OPS. How can Adam Major, and what does he have to do tonight? Because he's done a good job of getting length, at least in 2 of his starts. Philadelphia 6 innings and 6 innings last week. How can he improve that line and get to 6 innings? I don't want 6 innings and 6 runs. I want 6 innings of 3-run ball. I want a quality start. How can he do it? Rod Allen will answer it next. We'll break. We'll get Jack on as well. Kyle Stowers, another setback. We'll tell you why next. 6:40 first pitch right here on the Marlins Radio Network.
For a home with no worries. That one cracked down the right field line. Soto on the move. That gets in, and that'll plate 2. Wagaman gunning towards second base. He will get in there, and he plates Otto from third and Burt from second. Wag attack with a 2-run double, and it's a point. Also walked a batter. And the 3-0 to Weimer is drilled out to left. It's hanging up for Nimmo, and he misplayed it. He came in, he leaped high in the air, and he couldn't glove it. Wagaman comes in to score. Here comes Norby all the way from first, and he scores without a throw.
An amazing 343 start in his big league career. Ground ball right side, base hit, it's through the hole. Scoring is Hernandez. Wagaman is held up at third, and the Marlins get a run. Their 6th of the game. Another RBI for Marcy, 25 RBI.
Been there for it's there.
Yep. Chef Boyardee.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Punch to right center field softly. It'll drop for a hit. 1 run will score, and they will hold up Norby. Wagaman scores a throw to second base as they try to backpick Marcy, who got back in there. 7-2 Miami an hour. Runners at the corners, 8-8 game. Line drive right field. Soto going back. He makes the catch in the backhand, but Ramirez will tag up, and he will score. The Marlins lead 9-8 on the sac fly. JT Realmuto now, and maybe Benito.
1-1. That would lift it out to left center field. That's going to get down and plate 1. That might plate 2. It's rolling all the way to the wall. Hicks getting the runaround from third. He will score. He beats the throw. He scores from first base, and Connor Norby gives the Fish some big-time insurance.
$9.99. Plus, you're getting all the latest Apple Intelligence features, too, like Cleanup, which removes distractions from photos with just a tap. Visit your nearest Boost mobile store for full offer details. Apple Intelligence requires iOS 18.1 or later. Restrictions apply.
All right, well, the Marlins are looking to slow these Washington Nationals down. They just matched a season high last night with 15 runs scored. They've won 6 of their last 7 games. Steven Strom, Jack McMullen, Rod Allen. The big question, Rod, we teased it after we got you out of the count with Adam Mazur. We read you the splits. Lefty's hitting 306 against Mazur with a 960 OPS. On the right side, 250 with a 625. First 5 guys in this Washington lineup are right-handers. I printed out the sheet for you. Mr. Rod Allen, go to work. What does he have to do today to slow these guys down?
Well, Mazur's going to have to throw strike 1 first and foremost. I mean, that's imperative for anybody to have success against one of the hottest offenses in all of baseball. And yes, this Washington Nationals team is the hottest offense in all of baseball. You talked about the 15 runs last night. 4 of the first 5 guys in their lineup all had extra base hits in last night's contest. One of the things that he must do, he has to show some of the fastballs inside to some of these left-handers. If he does not show some fastballs inside to some of the left-handers to get to the breaking balls outside and inside and up and down, he's not going to stay out there very long. You've got to make some of these guys uncomfortable. They were not uncomfortable at all in last night's game. He must show some pitches inside, Steven.
Reading the specs here, you look at that slider, opponents hitting 150. That's the pitch that he's thrown the most against lefties. He's thrown it 48 times. Again, this is a very small sample size for Adam Mazur. The fastball, though, is getting hit hard. Opponents hitting 455 against it. What's the pitch you think for Mazur that he has to hone in on, Rod, to make sure he's effective tonight?
Fastball. First of all, he has to lead with his fastball. The reason why his fastball is getting hit at the clip that it is right now, Steven, is because he misses with that slider on the very first or second pitch, and then he's forced into throwing the fastball over the plate.
And guys know it's coming.
And these guys in the movies, they know when fastballs are coming, they don't miss them.
Jack, we didn't get a hit off of Mitchell Parker until the 4th inning.
Yeah.
This guy hasn't had a great year, a 5.87 ERA. What does this team have to do a second time around against Parker?
Yeah, I mean, you look at that start in Washington and you're thinking, what happened? I mean, Parker came in with an ERA close to 6, and the ERA still sits close to 6. Honestly, you have to embrace the weird with Mitchell Parker. He's got one of the highest release points in Major League Baseball. He is as over the top as any starting pitcher in the game, aside from Jonah Tong, who we saw in New York. And it feels like it's kind of rinse and repeat with that conversation, but it's rinse and repeat from a week ago because that was the thing that brought him success against the Miami Marlins. He embraced the weird. It was fastball up top. It was breaking ball at the knees. And he was doing it with an unorthodox look. It was just different than anything you will see in Major League Baseball. We talked about it in bullpens. Weird works, different wins. And for Mitchell Parker, different one last time out. And you have to jump on this guy when he does tug the heater down. Obviously, if he's dotting at the top rail of the strike zone, it's going to be really tough. But this guy, historically this season, has not been able to dot at the top. He will tug it down. It'll be over the heart of the plate, and guys can tee off.
Just to add what Jack has said here, he talked about the high release point, one of the highest in all of baseball. But he throws that fastball, and it's got a nice spin rate on it. But then he throws that fastball from the same slot, and he releases it, and it goes up. So as a hitter, you give up on it because you're not sure what pitch it is, and all of a sudden it lands in the strike zone very nicely. So you cannot give up on that curveball when he releases it up top.
That's Rod Allen. That's also Jack McMullen. I'm Steven Traum. Ahmed, I do want to get the sound on Clayton on Kyle Stowers. We have an injury update, but until you get that, I do want to segue into Xavier Edwards last night. Rod, what did you take from Xavier's ABs as the game went on?
He was better. First at-bat wasn't so good for me. His second at-bat, I really enjoyed that when he line one the opposite way. Then his next time up, he got a base hit right back up the middle, and he also walked in last night's contest. So that's 2 games in a row that he's been willing to take a walk, which is something he was not doing prior 17 games. So it looks like he's getting back on track. With this speed, and I said this last night, there's no need for him to go in prolonged slumps.
Do we have that sound, Ahmed, back in the studio? Do we have Clayton on Kyle Stowers, or do we have to wait on this? Do we have it?
Stowers, right oblique strain, and we pulled him off of rehab, and not sure exactly like how long that's going to be. I mean, we know where we're at in the calendar and everything. So halting the rehab right now, and I think it'll take a couple days to maybe see what that, downtime potentially looks like.
I think we'll continue to see how it, continues to progress, see how he feels. We're certainly not going to, push the envelope with Kyle where we're at, but you're not always sure with how some of these things play out. And the most important thing is right now is just trying to get him healthy, whether that's to play at the end of this year or to ensure that he goes in the offseason in a good spot.
All right, so that was Clayton McCullough. I'll throw to Jack, and then Rod, you can tie a bow on it. But this is weird. This was the left side strain for Kyle Stowers that originally put him on the IL. Now it's his right side, Jack, and just unfortunate news for Kyle.
Really unfortunate. If this is the end of the line for Kyle in 2025, round of applause for Kyle. He was amazing this year, all-star, deservingly so. This guy was just shy of 30 homers this season. He was amazing, and he's a building block for the Marlins moving forward. We talked about it a little bit during the broadcast last night. It's a lot like when you see an ACL go on the other knee for a basketball player as they come back from a previous ACL tear. You start to overcompensate. You think about the other leg. You put too much reliance on the other leg. And for me, like we've talked about how weird obliques are and how stop and start that recovery and rehab is. Subconsciously, there was probably a world where he was, maybe favoring that right side, trying to stay away from that oblique that was, finicky on him. And then that in turn, you kind of overwork that side. Really unfortunate. You understand why it happened.
Rod?
I think guys are swinging too much. I mean, I really do. I mean, Dylan Cruz on this Nationals team, he went down with an oblique. The kid in Boston right now has gone down with an oblique. We've had 5 of those this year on our team. Guys are, in my opinion, are just swinging way too much these days. And when they're struggling, when guys aren't doing well, that's when they swing a bunch. And then when they come back into the contest, they're basically tired, and that's when guys are getting hurt. So I just think guys maybe need to back off a little bit because that oblique injury, it's kind of been like the Tommy John now for the position players.
It's a good point, Rod, and it's going to be interesting to see how the Marlins brass attack spring training next year because day one, they were throwing lives. These guys are swinging, and they have been open about we're going to try things differently, and some might work and some might not work. So we shall see what it looks like next year. But again, I want a round of applause for Kyle Stowers. 288 batting average, 25 home runs, 73 RBIs. a 912 OPS and about a 3.5 WAR player. So
and he's a better
snaps
person.
and claps.
He's a better person.
He really is. So best of luck to Kyle Stowers. If we don't see him, what an incredible year. We'll break Expo questions, Steve's guarantee, and then you'll hear these two beautiful voices at 6:40. We're playing baseball in 12 minutes on the Marlins Radio Network.
Righty hitting catcher. He turns on a ball, sends it out to center field and deep. Bader is back at the track, at the wall, and it's gone. Brian Navarretto. It's his first Major League homer and his first Major League RBI. It starts to cut into it, but welcome back to the show. This guy had 5 plate appearances in the big leagues. They all came in the COVID season in 2020, and he reintroduces himself in style. Wagaman drills out to left and deep. Marsh is back. That will slam off the wall. Augustine comes in to score. Hernandez wheels around. He goes first to third. And Wagatak has an RBI double to get the Marlins on the board. It's 4-1 in the bottom of the fourth. First pitch to Sanoja. That one smothered into the ground. And the shortstop Sosa charges. He fires on the run. It kicks off the facing of the dugout. And a run will come in to score. That one bounced right in front of the plate and directly over the top of the pitcher's mound. And that infield single plates Hernandez from third base. It's an RBI knock for Javi. It's 4-2 Phillies in the bottom of the fourth. Marcy's 10th stolen base in 12 attempts. Augustine's 12th in 15 attempts. And Otto drills a ball out to left and deep. That thing is gone. Onto the concourse. Otto Lopez drills a baseball, and it's a 3-run shot. Number 13 on the year for Lopez, and they open scoring quickly. 3-0 Fish, bottom 1. Payoff pitch. Otto hits well, out to left center field again. Marsh is back. He's looking up, and it's gone. Insurance from Otto, and it is his after.
All right, folks. Awesome program. Spectacular program on this Tuesday night. We heard from Adam Major, a man of many words. We also heard from Victor Mesa Jr. Congratulations to him, hitting his first home run on his birthday, now 24 years old, available off the bench. Rod Allen jumped in the fold. Jack McMullen, per usual, in segment 4. What the heck do we have to do to slow down these Washington Nationals? They swept us in D.C. They take game 1 last night. Mitchell Parker, the Marlins, will see for the second time in the last 6 days. Adam Major, again, will get the nod for Miami. Let's get to our Expo question today. Now, we had mentioned this with Victor Mesa Jr. He is one of 7 players since the wild card era, so that's 1995, to hit his first career home run on his birthday. Who was the last player to do this? August 31st, 2016. Make sure to vote at Marlins Radio. It is time for Steve's Guarantee.
Batter up. Batter up.
Let's play some ball.
First pitch is moments away. Time now for Steve's Guarantees.
How about Joey Wiemer? He hit a home run against Mitchell Parker on Wednesday. I don't know what the swing is. I don't know if it's consistent enough to be able to hit at this level, but I like him to collect an extra base hit. Look, Joey Wiemer's not scared to swing, and Joey Wiemer is a freak athlete. I like this matchup against Parker. He saw him again just a couple of days ago. I like Joey Wiemer to collect an extra base hit. Folks, I hope you got the itch for first pitch, because when we come back, Jack McMullen paints the picture. Rod Allen, you know he's always ready to rock. Starting lineups in first pitch is right around the corner. Thanks for tuning in to the Marlins On Deck pregame show. I'm Steven Strom. Let's flip the M together, Miami Marlins baseball. It is next on the Marlins Radio Network.
Here's the tale.